Sophie Cunningham, 15 points for Sophie Cunningham, 3 for 4 from the three-point line. Sophie Cunningham has been hot to trot. Sophie Cunningham has been on fire.
The Indiana Fever pulled it off, defeated the Las Vegas Aces. WNBA ignores and then makes foul calls like this on Sophie Cunningham. It was ridiculous.
Second, take a
Look at this. They going to call a foul on that.
Sophie Cunningham just struck back in epic fashion after the WNBA tried to shut her down. Fined $500 for blasting awful officiating on TikTok, she didn't flinch, dropping 15 points and leading the Indiana Fever to an 80-70 victory over the Las Vegas Aces, all without Caitlin Clark.
She's cooking. Sophie Cunningham is absolutely cooking.
We have Caitlin, great, and we know how to play with her. If we don't have Caitlin, great, we know how to play without her. And I think that's just so important. It gives people confidence that when she is back, they know their role. Then when she's not, they have the confidence to come out there and make big plays for us.
Sophie Cunningham got fined $500. $500. And what was her crime? Oh, just calling out the obvious. That WNBA officiating is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. She dropped a TikTok using a song that literally said useless. And boom, here comes the league with a penalty like she just committed a felony.
Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham said the WNBA fined her $500 for a social media post that she sent criticizing the league's officiating. She put this on TikTok. We'll get to some of the response.
Meanwhile, Sophie's response, she torched the Aces, absolutely cooked them. Dropped 15 points, went 4 for 5 from the field, and hit 3 of her 4 threes. And 0 turnovers. None. Zip. While the WNBA is writing her a parking ticket, she's out here sinking the defending champs with a flamethrower in her hand. That's not a comeback. That's a statement.
I don't really think it's something that we think about anymore. For us, it's taking one day at a time, stacking the days, and tonight I think we did a really good job, not only physically, but seriously mentally, because we have been struggling and inconsistent when they go on runs, and we stopped it, and then we went on our runs, and so...
Let's not forget, this win came with Caitlin Clark out. That's right, Indiana didn't even have their media magnet on the floor, and they still beat the Las Vegas Aces, last year's champs, by 10 points. Final score, 80-70. And how did they do it? 3-point shooting, baby. The Fever hit 47% from beyond the arc. The Aces, they bricked their way to 2 for 15. That's 13.3%. I've seen better shooting at middle school rec games.
We shot 47% from the three-point line. 47%. Salute, kept our turnovers to a minimum 14 turnovers, so an even turnover battle.
And Sophie? She was one of the key reasons that three-point percentage didn't tank. Every time she let it fly, you just kinda knew it was going in. Like, she's been so hot lately, you'd think she was in NBA Jam mode. She's on fire! Literally.
She's way too hot right now. Stephanie White hates when players get hot. Let's pull her. Let's sit her on the bench. If they kept her in this game, she probably would have finished with 20 points.
But here's the kicker. Right when she's cooking, right when she drills her second 3 of the third quarter, Stephanie White pulls her out of the game. Yeah, benches her, because apparently if a player is too hot, the correct coaching move is to yank them. It's like White looked at the court and said, Sophie's hitting every shot she takes. Better sit her before things get out of hand. What?
Proven to us. She's shooting. I am fairly confident that that ball is going to go in. She had a rough start to the season, but as of late, Sophie Cunningham? Yeah, she's deserving of that starting spot.
Now leading that charge was none other than Natasha Howard. She absolutely bullied the Aces. 11 of her 18 points came in that quarter alone. She went 6 for 9 overall, yanked down 13 rebounds, threw in 3 steals for fun, and oh yeah, 0 turnovers. Not one. No careless coast-to-coast hero ball, no dribbling straight into double teams like it's a trap from Scooby-Doo. Just controlled, fundamental basketball. The kind that makes coaches cry happy tears. Honestly, if there was a player efficiency Bible, Natasha just wrote a new chapter in it.
Natasha Howard, salute to you. There's not too much I can say other than salute to you, Natasha Howard. Let's get right into the box score. Natasha Howard.
And speaking of turnovers, or rather lack of them, Indiana only gave the ball away 3 times in the entire second half. That's it, just 3. Compare that to the first half where Las Vegas racked up 13 points off Fever turnovers. The second half was basically, let's not give them the ball for free anymore. What a concept, right? Protect the ball, score points, don't let the other team have easy fast breaks. Revolutionary stuff.
Point to the third quarter, folks. 6 for 9 from the field, got to the free throw line, 13 rebounds, 3 steals for Natasha Howard, but most importantly, look at the amount of turnovers she had. 0 turnovers for Natasha Howard.
Now back to Sophie, because while Natasha was leading the charge, Sophie was doing exactly what she's been doing since coming out of her early season slump, hitting open shots like it's a hobby. She went 3 of 4 from downtown, and let's be honest, she should have gotten way more touches.
Of that, Natasha Howard played an extremely sound game, and we don't win this game without Natasha Howard putting in the work that she put in tonight. Natasha Howard.
She was wide open multiple times and still didn't get the ball. Why? Who knows? Maybe her teammates forgot she exists when she's standing in the corner with her arms up like, hey guys, I'm literally right here. And she's not some streaky shooter either. She's been consistent lately. She's been efficient. She doesn't take dumb shots. She doesn't force it. She just scores.
The defense and who was guarding me and stuff. I just went out there and just played my game, and also just contributing to my teammates, and my teammates contributing back to me as well.
But what makes all of this even more wild is that while she's lighting it up on the court, the league is out here worried about a TikTok. Like that's where their priorities are. Not the officiating mess, not the inconsistent calls, not the complete mystery of how some players get hacked to death with no whistles, but Sophie making a joke on TikTok. That's the threat to the WNBA's reputation, apparently. Meanwhile, Aces players are out here hugging people mid-play, and somehow it's a jump ball, not a foul. Makes total sense.
She's been deserving of that starting spot. She was able to get to the line as well. I mean, no turnovers for Sophie Cunningham, 1 turnover for Kelsey Mitchell, 4 assists for Kelsey Mitchell. Look at this, folks.
And then there's the moment that no one expected. Stephanie White actually getting mad. Like, genuinely mad. She got a technical foul for yelling, "That's bullseye" during the game. Where has that been all season? Seriously, she waits until this game to finally show some emotion? Now don't get me wrong, I'm all for coaches standing up for their team, but you'd think she'd have blown a gasket way earlier, especially with the officiating circus that's been going on. But hey, better late than never, I guess?
Stephanie White goes absolutely apeshit in this thing. She gets a tag. She says that's bullshit. Where has this fire been out of Stephanie White? I would love to understand. Where is this fire been?
Let's talk about how this game got sealed. And no, it wasn't by some random lucky bounce or by the Aces collapsing under pressure. It was the Fever's closer committee stepping in when it mattered most. Kelsey Mitchell had one of the weirdest games ever. She spent the first half shooting like the hoop had a lid on it. 2 for 10. Brutal.
Kelsey, her and AB struggled the majority of this game. I gotta keep it a buck. Her and AB both struggled a majority of this game. At one point, Kelsey Mitchell was 4 for 14, I believe.
I mean, at one point you had to wonder if she'd left her shooting touch at home or if someone swapped her basketball for a medicine ball. But just when everyone's ready to yell at the TV, Kelsey flips a switch in the fourth quarter. Suddenly, she's out there like Steph Curry, going 4 for 5 in crunch time, dropping 9 points in the final stretch and nailing a dagger 3. Talk about selective timing, like, oh, I'll miss all game, but now that the clock's winding down, let me turn into a closer.
In the first half, Kelsey Mitchell was 2 for 10. And she finishes 6 for 14, closing out the game. But most importantly, that fourth quarter, 4 for 5 from the field in that fourth quarter. Kelsey Mitchell stepped up when she needed to step up. 9 points, hit a big 3.
Then we've got Ari McDonald, the spark plug, the game sealer. She only had 9 points, but all 9 felt like they came with a boom, we're winning this vibe. The absolute highlight, the dagger with 41 seconds left. Score was 75-70. White yells, ISO, ISO, and Ari delivers like it's scripted in some sports movie. She's 3 for 3 from deep, not one miss. It's almost like she was just waiting for that exact moment to drop the hammer on the Aces. Without those shots, this game might have spiraled into chaos, but Ari's like, nah, we're ending this here. Aaliyah Boston, meanwhile, was the definition of solid but frustrating. She dropped 13 points, grabbed 10 boards, but went 6 for 18 from the field. 18 shots to get 13 points, not great. And don't even ask about free throws, she didn't get to the line once. 0. For someone her size, that's insane.
Aaliyah Boston did not get to the free throw line at all. She minimized her turnovers compared to last game from 5 down to 3. 4 personal fouls. She had 2 personal fouls in the first quarter.
Did the refs forget she exists inside the paint, or was she just not getting the calls? Either way, she was more controlled compared to last time, cutting turnovers down to 3 from her 5 turnover disaster in the previous game. 4 fouls, 2 in the first quarter, but at least she didn't foul out. So yeah, not efficient, but she didn't completely self-destruct, which is progress.
Fouls in the first quarter, and then she settled down, didn't foul nearly as much. Wasn't the best game as far as efficiency goes, but we won at the end of the day. Kelsey Mitchell.
The bench, though. Oof. It's like every time they checked in, the entire vibe dropped by 20 points. Sydney Colson had 5 turnovers, and 2 of them came from literally stepping out of bounds. Twice. What even is that? It's like she didn't realize the court has boundaries. Throw in a couple of passes to the other team and it was a circus act. Lexi Hull, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. 0 points. She was a walking 0 on offense. But here's the crazy part. She still managed a +7 in the plus-minus column, probably because she hustled on defense and didn't totally collapse the team's momentum. Still, if Indiana wants to hold that 6th seed and actually look like a playoff team, the bench can't be this unpredictable. You can't rely on the starters to clean up every single mess.
Did a really good job, not only physically, but seriously mentally, because we have been struggling and inconsistent when they go on runs, and we stopped it, and then we went on our runs. And so that's a big step for us, and I just said it, but it's all about consistency from here on out.
And we can't talk about this game without dragging the officiating into the spotlight. Because, oh boy, it's become a storyline of its own. Sophie Cunningham's $500 TikTok fine wasn't just about a video. It's become a symbol of how broken the league's referee accountability looks right now. Sophie's making around $100K this season, so yeah, she can write that check, but that's not the point. The point is, she said what every fan is screaming: the refs are a joke. And the proof? Aja Wilson went from living at the free throw line in the last matchup to just 6 free throw attempts this time. Did someone send the refs a memo? Hey, maybe stop calling every single play for Vegas this time, okay?
Cunningham is getting $100,000 from the Fever this season. Still, she and others around the league probably have no trouble writing a $500 check to voice their true thoughts. I mean, she's got a ton of sponsorships at this point.
The phantom calls, the jump ball nonsense when it's clearly an over-the-back foul, and the total lack of transparency about how these refs are held accountable, it's fueling the clown show narrative that fans and creators can't stop talking about. It's everywhere. Stacey Dales, NFL analysts, even random brands like a LASIK company are chiming in on Twitter. When a LASIK company is trolling the league's officiating, you know you've officially become a meme.
Is a win, and the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark go up against the Las Vegas Aces and last year's MVP, A'ja Wilson.
Stephanie White keeps hammering her mantra, stack the days. The next test? Chicago on Sunday. That's a must-win game. They've got Monday and Tuesday off, then they're back on Wednesday, so consistency and urgency are everything right now. No more taking games off mentally or letting teams back into it because of sloppy play.
Stephanie White, stop taking players out when they have the hot hand. Stop taking the, it's like right on, you're so fixated on, okay, it's 4 minutes left. Okay, so my notes tell me it's time to substitute Sophie out at.
And then there's Caitlin Clark, officially day-to-day, but the Fever have now mentally adjusted to playing with or without her. Roles are set. Players know what's expected whether she's on the floor or not. That's huge for team chemistry. And of course, Sophie's whole strike-back energy is the headline here. It's not just about her 15 points or her 3 for 4 from deep. It's about the fact that she's out here taking a fine, speaking her mind, and then torching a super team while the league tries to pretend like she's the problem. The league wanted to silence her, but the scoreboard did all the talking. Sophie's fire isn't cooling anytime soon, so hit that subscribe button and join the squad for more unfiltered takes and game breakdowns, because you don't want to miss the next clapback moment like this.